Hey guys, this is Michelle, aka Michelle Speaks with a Z. If you hide it, you can't heal it here. I wanted to come and share and talk with you today about betrayal. I shared a little bit yesterday about ignoring the signs hold you in bondage while others are free. And so I want to share a little bit more about that, what I meant by that, ignoring the signs. And so I've encountered a lot of things in my life, as I'm sure we all have. We all have a story. We all have things that we've encountered where life has kind of thrown us a sucker punch or blindsided us. But one of the things that blindsided me early in my life, years in my life, into my marriage, was I never really had a whole lot of female friends, women that were friends in my life, because there was a lot of jealousy and envy, and for whatever reason, I didn't know, because we all have our own uniqueness and individual beauties and gifts and things like that. But I was very open as far as friendships and wanting to connect with other people, especially women. So that left me vulnerable to being not taken advantage of, but betrayed, because a lot of times women got close to me with ulterior motives. And so I remember my first true close female friend was when my first year in the military. I was stationed, actually I wasn't in the military yet. I was graduated high school in Japan, and I had not decided whether or not I was going into the military. And I befriended this young woman that was in the military, and she had a boyfriend that I didn't particularly care for, because he had come on to me a couple of times. And I didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know how to respond, because I knew that she loved him so much. I didn't want to come between them. But there was something inside of me that knew that if I shared it, it would end our friendship, because she wasn't going to believe me. She was going to believe whatever he said. And lo and behold, he had been putting little things in her ear saying, that's not really your friend. Long story short, our friendship ended, and I was damaged, so broken and so damaged, because that was the first true friendship I had with a woman at such a young age. And so that left me very guarded. So throughout the years, I kind of stayed to myself, because of my history growing up, and with other things that happened in my life. And so I didn't really trust. I was always guarded, especially around women. And so that's how I kept myself throughout my life. So during my marriage, I started opening up. And especially after I gave my life over to God, I really opened up and learned how to forgive others and learn how to extend grace and mercy, to wherever people are in their journey. And so I love music. I love movement. I'm a very creative person, and that's what moves me. And so in the course of that, during the ministry that I was at, I was on the praise team, the worship team, where, through dance. And one of the young ladies befriended me very quickly. And so, she would come to my house so we would rehearse and things like that. And I noticed a look, an exchange between her and my husband at the time, and I really didn't give it much credence. But hindsight, looking back, I should have. And so it came out, a couple of years later, after, my husband and I split, that he confessed to all the things that he had done. And one of the things was there was a lot of infidelity. And she was one of the women that he had been unfaithful with, which helped me to understand why. There was a time she came to my house and he was like, don't ever talk about our business. I saw her out a couple of years later, and I went to her and asked her, woman to woman, like, how could you do that to me, and why would you not tell me? And her response was she didn't want to hurt me. And maybe she was being sincere, maybe she was not. But this is the thing. From that point on, I was very cautious about finding out what people's motives were for getting close to me, especially women. And so I say all that because I believe in life we'll keep experiencing things similar to the original thing that we have not dealt with. Some things have just come to light, which is causing me to kind of question not only the alliance, but the motive and the reason behind a shift that I've seen and that I've noticed. And I just want to say this. Trust your instincts. Trust your intuition. Trust the things that are being revealed that you may deny because you don't want to believe that it's coming from the source that it's coming from, and deal with the trauma that comes from betrayal. And so I'm in a season of healing from the traumas of betrayals, but especially as it relates to women and friendships and sisterhoods and things like that. And so one of the things that I've made up in my mind to do on this journey is to no longer be in denial, to call a spade to spade, and to move and act accordingly. And so remember, on this thing called life, that healing is a journey. It is not a destination. Remember to thine own self be true, because you can't control the actions and motives of anyone else, but you can control your own.